Actually, I met Jennifer the first time when I was studying music in London, and I was at Wembley Music show it's called, and just, walking about, checking out gear, and then I heard this amazing, fantastic guitar playing from one of the sort of concert halls, or what you call it, and my jaw dropped. I fell instantly in love with what she was playing, her music, and and I confess, I did not know who she was. I had totally missed that she had, toured with Michael Jackson. So it was like, yeah, how did that happen? But I blame it to living in Sweden. So, but yeah, and we met a couple of times when I was studying at Musicians Institute when they had the school in Wapping. And then last year, she started doing these live streams on Facebook, and I thought, yeah, maybe why don't I send her a direct message and be talking a little bit and ask if she wants to sort of play on my new album, and she wanted to do it, and it's amazing stuff she's done. I mean, it's like, oh my God, I'm not worthy, She's such a fantastic musician.
That's awesome. So it was just as simple as you guys bumped into each other at a public event.
Yeah, well, I started to be connected with her now, so 25 years later or something, through Facebook, and started talking, and I sent her some songs from my previous album, just to sort of give her a rough idea what kind of music I do these days, and so, well, she's just so amazing as a person as well. She's wonderful, a great sense of humor, so sweet and so kind, and I can just say Jennifer is amazing in every way. It's fantastic.
That's awesome. So we have got a great guest with us today here on International Live. Janina Jade is with us, Swedish rock musician, and so we are doing this show at 4:14 Central Standard Time here in the United States. It's like, I think, 9:30 or 10 in the United Kingdom.
10:14.
10:14. So what the heck time is it over in Sweden?
Yeah, it's 11:14.
Oh, well, look at that.
So you're an hour ahead of me, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Hope you've had your coffee.
Yeah, I have.
See what you Americans put us through with your crazy hours.
That's right.
I know.
So, This Heart of Rock and Roll was recorded without click tracks or any studio trickery. Tell us about this.
Yeah, well, Tobias, a very, very good friend of mine, who produced the album, plays drums and bass on it. I told him, said, listen, man, I want to do an album like this. I always want to do an album like this. And he's like, yeah, okay, right, all right, let's do it. So basically, I plugged in my electric guitar and recorded vocals and rhythm guitars live in the studio. And everything is basically first take. There's no cutting or pasting, and because I need to be in the moment when I do it. And then he built on top of my rhythm guitar and vocals. We added the drums later and the bass, and then Jennifer joined in with her amazing. How many times have I said amazing? Amazing guitar playing. So it's kind of, I wanted to make an album that's the same way you made albums, like think of Rolling Stones back in the day and stuff like that, sort of very live feel and a little bit loose, but if there's any mistakes, well, let them be.
We've got the release date being March, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. March 26th for the album.
26th of March for the album.
Yeah.
Very good. And I see here it says with a sense of danger and darkness from a hard life lived on the edge. Tell us a bit about
no
that.
Comment. No.
Come on, I'm sure you can tell us a bit. Must have been some fun.
Must have been some fun. Well, yeah. Well, it's been pretty rough, actually. I've had a pretty rough life, bullied so badly in school, and struggled with health issues sort of my my body was sort of breaking down on me for no reason about 20 years ago. So I had to sort of rebuild everything from scratch. And
Wow.
but now it seems that finally something good is going to happen. Just like 48 years later, something positive is going on.
Oh, it's good. You've taken that energy then, and you've put it into the music, and you're using it to be creative, and that's the best place to put it. I think that's where you get the best results. I think.
Because when I can wake up sort of, well, I don't do mornings really, but whenever I wake up, in the afternoon, it's like,
same.
oh God, yeah, I have this feeling. I have to grab the guitar after coffee, of course, but and there's something wants to come out of me, and I see it play around for 5-10 minutes, and there it is, bam, to quote Keith, the antennas are out, and this new song, and the basics, structures, lyrics, vocal melodies, sort of chords, they're all there sort of within a couple of 10 minutes or something. And then I obviously have to sort of work and fine-tune it, but it's almost on some kind of a subconscious level when I write. It's just something that I need to express something. I never ever sit down and say, today I'm going to write a song that sounds like Motorhead or whatever, or it should deal with these and these topics. I don't control it. It controls me, the creative process, so to say.
Okay. One last question from me, Jiggy, if you don't mind.
Yes, go, my friend, go.
Last week we had a European guest on, and they were drinking vodka straight. I think that's a bottle of water.
It is.
Good.
Tap water.
Because that went a bit crazy. Couldn't hear half of that one last week.
Actually, no, I don't drink vodka. I prefer whiskey.
Good. Yeah, you're in the right place then.
You're in the right place then. That's awesome. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Not living here, living someplace warm to start with. I hate snow and cold and winter. What do? I live in Sweden. Oh, great, fantastic. No, but hopefully, I mean, it's hard. It's difficult these days within the music business, and as everybody knows. But obviously, of course, I hope that this album will sort of take off, because I'm ready for it. I'm prepared. I've been preparing my entire life. So just bring it, give it to me. I'm there.
Oh, shall we play the track?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Shall we get it on? This is Heart of Rock and Roll by Janina Jade.
30-odd years and it's been this way, and the lost cause only getting grey. Working on my dreams, giving them all I got. In return I get something that I'm not. I'm not bitter, twisted or mean. That's just the way my life has been. Roll the dice, count me in. I never lose, but I never win. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's okay. I got a heart of rock and roll. Maybe I'm crazy, just like they say. I've got a heart of
Janina Jade, Heart of Rock and Roll. Great
Wow.
track.
That was a tremendous,
you.
tremendous song, my friend.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I love it.
I'm loving the artwork as well. I've just recognised the background is your background on the album cover.
True. Yes.
And you're looking very, very hot there with your black shades on, posing with your guitar. Really, really loving that look. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
A great song as well.
Thank
How
you.
long did it take to put it all together?
How do you mean? Do you mean just the song when I wrote it, or the studio process, or?
The album.
Yeah, well, it started out actually that I was going to do a 4-track EP, but GMR Music, my record label, said, yeah, do an album instead. So, yeah, great, thank you, this is going to be awesome. And then I'm like, oh God, yeah, I'm 6 songs short. Oh, right, okay, 10 days, 6 songs, done. And then the studio, 3 hours, done. So, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well,
No messing about.
no, I mean, I sort of often feel if it's, you know, quote, right, if it feels right, then the song is ready, then there's no use in, oh, if I should change this or that. It's like, no, you're just going to make it worse if you start messing about with it, you know, because when it's done, and I sort of feel it, sort of gut feeling sort of, yeah, this is right. And the other way around, no, this is not going to work, you know. Great idea, but no. So,
Great idea, but no.
yeah, but sometimes, you know, when you write so much as I do, I'm constantly writing music because I have to sort of express myself. And as I said, you know, the antennas are out and the music, I channel it somehow. And sometimes the stuff I channel might not be something I would want to sort of put on an album, but
Yes.
most of the time it is actually very good, if I may say so myself.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, where do you get your inspiration for some of this stuff?
Yeah, I'll see if I can connect with my subconscious and ask her about it. No, but honestly, I just, as I said, I just feel that something needs to get out. It really, really does, you know. And the lyrics are, everything was sort of autobiographical, or how the hell you pronounce that word. I'm Swedish, okay. But, you know, it's stories from my life, basically, that finds their way out in song lyrics. And I'm not doing these blues guys, woke up this morning, it was snowing outside, I freeze my ass off, and, you know, I don't write that kind of stuff, you know.
That's
Can I just go
awesome.
back to the recording when you recorded this? Because Jiggy mentioned earlier you did this without any click tracks or studio trickery, so I assume there was no metronome going.
No, God, no, they go out the window. That's where the metronome goes. You know, that's like, you know.
That's pretty cool. So were you all in the studio together recording it, sort of like a live recording? Or did you all record your parts and then piece it together?
No, Tobias, who produced it and plays drums as well, he rigged the studio. So I sat down, guitar in my lap, microphone in front of me, and he rolled, well, the tape, but he pressed record, but it sounds nice to say roll the tape, you know. So, and then I played and sang through the song, and it's one take. Everything is first take, one take, and then I said to Tobias, yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, let's do the next one. And then I obviously doubled my rhythm guitar parts afterwards. And then I left the stuff with him, and he recorded drums and bass, and then we sent it to Jennifer, who did her guitar parts in Portland, which is a bit of a way to commute now with the pandemic going on as well. You know, it's
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the 10 songs on the album,
Yeah.
obviously Heart of Rock and Roll is the sort of headline track, if you like.
Yeah, the
But
title track, yeah.
what's your favourite if we took Heart of Rock and Roll out of the equation? Or do you still have is Heart of Rock and Roll not your favourite one anyway? I mean,
Actually, I am Swedish. I am from Sweden, and you're not supposed to say what I'm going to say. I love all the songs. I think they're equally great, in their own way. No, you cannot say that about yourself in this country, but well, if you're
You can on
English,
this
you
show,
can say
that's
that.
fine.
Yes, yeah, you're good here.
Yeah, I would say "The Darkness of My Soul" is one of my absolutely favorite tracks because of the lyrics in it. I don't know. It's very intense, sort of lyrically. Kind of dark, maybe. But then again, the title is "The Darkness of My Soul." So I mean, obviously, I'm not singing about the flowers in the garden.
Well,
all
yeah,
that
and
stuff.
track number 3, "Before My Time Runs Out."
Yes.
Yeah, there's some, there is some, dark messages, breathless breathing.
Yeah,
Ghost with no
breathless
name.
breathing actually is like no more breathless breathing. The pain is receding. That's the line from the chorus. So sort of twist it around. It's not breathless breathing. I'm dying over here. Everything is dark as night. And no, I'm actually a very sort of.
Well, we
Actually,
can
I
hear
just
in that
realized I
first
feel
track.
happy these days. That's odd. That can surely not be a good thing for the next album.
That's great. That's great. So, what's been the social media reaction and just reaction in general to your music and everything?
Well, this is so new. It's they dropped a single on Friday, just so it's, and the lyric video is coming March 12th. So it's really, obviously the journalists I've talked to think it's brilliant. So I'm just happy to hear that everybody who's heard it says it's unique and they love it. So who am I to disagree on that? It's like, yeah, thank you. But so do I. I love this album. My previous album got I was a bit unlucky with it because I was in a label that did not do their job. So I got out of the contract, released it myself, and what anything does, it disappeared, without promotion and marketing and stuff like that, which is a shame because there's some good stuff on the previous album as well, And that album I did with Tommy Denanda, who's worked with Alice Cooper and Deep Purple and Hollywood Vampires and stuff. So hopefully my label will re-release it in the future because it deserves to be heard as well, But this album is much better because this is so me and, recorded live in the studio and,
And that's 26th of March, we said, isn't it?
Yes.
And that'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, all of those sort of places.
Yeah, and as a digipack CD as well it's going to be available everywhere to order if you're in Japan or if you're in America or the UK or Sweden,
Good.
wherever you are, you'll be able to order it,
And your social media, you're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube,
Yeah.
right? And that's
Yeah.
And
And
what's the link to that?
okay, I really don't understand how you mean. I'm sorry.
It's Janina Jade Official, right, for Facebook?
Yeah.
And Janina
Instagram,
Jade
it's-
Music.
Yes.
Awesome.
And what are
And
you
my
on
brain
YouTube?
hurts from Instagram. Oh God, I need somebody to do it for me. It's like, what is this?
I'm like that with all social media, honestly,
Yeah. Well, Facebook is okay, but
and emails.
yeah.
Your YouTube channel. What do we have to search to find you on YouTube? Just Janina Jade,
Yeah, I suppose so, actually. But
and that'll bring up your channel.
yeah, I think it's. I mean, if you go into my Janina Jade official Facebook page, there is a link in the info section.
Awesome.
I do not remember all the numbers.
All the shenanigans. Oh yeah, and it's just a mess. So some of this stuff to get online is just such a mess.
I know.
Well, you have been
no,
fantastic, and this music is amazing, and
Thank you.
I thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
Because you have been great. This has been a great conversation, and We appreciate you being with us here on International Live.
Thank you very much.
So,
Take care, Janina.
thank you, Janina. There she goes. And, I don't know, do we
Got
have...
Chef Smith waiting in the waiting room.
Oh, boy, this will be fun. Go ahead and put him through, and we'll jump